Um, what I did just now. Also, this sausage literally it leaked in my purse. So we're not going to be trying that just yet. But I do still have it, regardless. I think we might need a microphone. I need to find food before we go to the gym. Have not had enough to eat before the gym, but we will. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps. um, yeah, I think I'm gonna have Chipotle, and I am definitely a little tired, but we're back at it, chat. That lady told me to go home. She said, "Don't, you can't work out here in Crocs." And so I took some time. It was pretty hot when we went out earlier on stream. I let it kind of cool down. I charged some of my devices, and now I'm back out. So I'm gonna go to the gym now. Gonna go to the gym. We do need to find something to eat. We do. I did not have that other chicken sandwich. I accidentally left it in the car. I thought I would get right back in the car, but I ended up talking to one of my girlfriends. So I was like, you know what? I forgot everything, and I just took a big break, but it's okay. I'm back, and we're gonna go to the gym. And I used the last bit of my energy drink. I went and checked on my status for my interview, and I just really need to eat something. That's it. Really need to eat some food right now. So I'm gonna have a little bit of lunch and then go. I did have something to say, but now it's kind of like flying by. Like I don't even remember it now. So when I remember, I'll let you guys know. I did try one of the tomatoes. They were good. Wish I could have tried it on camera, but I tried it with my friend. She really liked it. It was pretty good. Hey, what's going on, chat? What are you guys up to? But yeah, I'm gonna have something to eat before I go to the gym. And and that's it. We're gonna get ready to go to the gym. What's up, bro? Nothing. We're gonna go get some. What's up, y'all? What are you guys up to? I'm going to get something to eat really quick before I go to the gym, and that's it. I'm gonna have a little bit of Chipotle right now. Um, yeah, hopefully this meal lasts a little bit longer. So I love that somebody was watching before and has come back. Appreciate you guys. No. And that salad was fire, but I'm not gonna go that far today. So I'm gonna get Chipotle. No, that wasn't Chipotle, chat. That was it's like a salad bar place. It was really good though. I'm gonna have some Chipotle. We're gonna chit chat, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. So let's see. I think we should park here, away from. We can get some more steps, chat. What y'all doing? What you guys up to? What's your go-to Chipotle order? I don't know. I guess pretty plain, basic. Usually it's chicken. Either the chicken or the carnitas, and then black beans, white rice, no cheese, guacamole, and usually I get indigestion from like the salsa, so I usually don't get salsa. I just get extra corn, and it just depends. Like I feel like it's never usually the same. Sometimes if I do carnivore, then I probably would just get like beans, meat, and then extra salsas and like lettuce and stuff, and a little bit of cheese. But I'm trying to keep the fat lower now, so I'm just gonna do guac. I think chicken today, rice, beans. And that's it. What about you guys? What do you guys get from there? Dang, what is this? What is this, chat? Get scared. Just basic, like plain, honestly. Boring. Just for fuel, and that's it, you know? I'm chilling. I feel it. What are you? What, okay. Okay. Latina. Yes, I'm Latina. You like fast foods? I feel like there's not really one that I really like a lot that I can't just make at home unless it's like Mediterranean food. And I can get pretty close, but sometimes it's like a lot of just cooking all day. It's expensive, so sometimes I'm just like, it feels more of a treat sometimes too. So I feel like Mediterranean food would be my favorite if they could have like a fast option. But no, I don't really have a favorite. Let's see. And now, okay, chat. Let's go in there. Can you guys hear me on the microphone? I'm gonna tuck it in because I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like I don't really feel. Just ask for forgiveness at this point because I don't want to like have the microphone out to the point where people like notice our stream. Does that make sense? And then people are like upset that we're streaming in there when they can be like recorded. So yeah, but we're streaming, so in my opinion, it's kind of like, well, if you've watched IRL streams, it's usually better for the quality and for any wind. It's kind of my point of why I want to get one, why I want to use one, especially when we're driving, my other car with no air conditioner. So we're just gonna hide it. This is a whole different. This whole entire chat is a whole different vibe from the people in the morning. I feel like it's a whole nother crowd of people. What did y'all do today? What did you guys get into? I swear to God, if bitches in here say not shit, hopefully you did something today. And if you didn't, oh well. Hopefully. After this, we're gonna go to the gym. This store is huge. They have a new sauce. May I have a bowl, please, with chicken? White rice, please. Beans? May I just have extra rice, no beans? And then may I have chicken, please? What?
Any veggies?
No, thank you. May I have the corn and the cilantro sauce and a little bit of guac, and that's it. Damn, a lot. Hold on, Chad. Give me 1 second. Okay, thank you. Hold on, Chad. Oops, do I not have my card? That's crazy. Oh, no, it's right here. Played games, missed my damn walk. What do you mean? How did you miss the walk? What did you guys for the lights? I'm ready to go. Nobody's here to cash me out. How consistent are you with the gym? I try to go every 3 days, or not every 3 days, 3 days a week. So pretty consistently. I have missed like a week because I was sick though. Just recently, I just got better. What about you guys? Signal was better this time around. Damn, it was terrible last time. Shout out to the people that came back from previous stream. Shout out to y'all. And the park closed. That's crazy. The parks don't close where I'm at. I'm ready to go. Okay. I'm ready to leave. Should we get catering from Chipotle and review it? Because I'm like, I could make so many meal preps out of this and take it home. Hold on, chat. Really.
Anything to drink?
No.
$15.72.
Thank you. Right. And I believe it too. Oh, that was a lot. I can't wait to, honestly. And I figured we could chat for a little bit because I kind of need the food to digest for a bit before I go lifting. So, yes, we got some water. Why don't you guys walk around your neighborhood? How could you? Yeah, like to me, I just couldn't say that I missed something that I have the opportunity to do at any given moment of the day, and especially if it's walking. 6 p.m. for me, but it's government operated in a high security area. What the hell? Oh, that's crazy. Where do you live? No, actually, don't say it. Don't say it. That's interesting. Okay. Let's put this here. I want to have a little bit of food now, so when we drive up there, it's like, starting to digest. Try to wait at least like a little bit above an hour. Whoa, gosh, the bowl. Oh my god, did they not close it? Oh no, they did. They put so much of this cilantro sauce on the bowl. I'm kind of tripping about it. Okay, this is what we got. It looks good today. The guac is pretty and green. I think good. Pretty good. Let's try the cilantro sauce. I have not had that yet. Mmm. Yeah. Well, cilantro is in season right now. It's a very heat tolerant vegetable. So it's their summer. It's the summer right now. So it's the season right now. I mean, oh, that's really good. I made a cilantro dressing at home. A cilantro jalapeno, one out of Greek yogurt. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's good. There's a little bit of milk in that, I think, though. Looks pretty good. Looks yummy. Mm. So I have this for dinner. I want to have this before the gym at least. So I have at least half. Whoa. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This location is good. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. See you. That's funny how people stop by. Mm. But tell me if I'm crazy, or if anybody can probably answer or rationalize this for me or help me rationalize this. But I went for an interview on Monday. I had gotten sick on the previous Thursday up until then. My interview was at 3 p.m. Monday. I was completely sick. I did well, but I felt like my attitude wasn't as good as it could have been, especially when interviewing for the customer service position I was going for. Okay. At this establishment, it's crucial and I think a big part of it. So, despite having experience at a place um, like the one I applied for previously, like working for the same company years ago, and despite having an extensive resume, I feel like for this particular job, I felt like my attitude was kind of crushed because of me being sick. Nonetheless, the lady said she would call me back in, I think, 48 to 72 hours. And because she had to interview more people, it is now Thursday, 5 o'clock 08 PST. She had not called me. I went to check in for a follow-up at the same location today. I'm feeling much better, not as brain fog, and I feel like my attitude is definitely back, for more positivity or whatever. And the store was empty. She was not around. A person at the counter took a message basically for me. They let me know she was counting out a drawer, dealing with money basically, to give her a second. They go back to get her. He comes back out. He asked me my name and why I'm there to relay the information back to her. She comes out with a drawer of money, trying to replenish a register. She apparently gives him word back to me. He says to me, approaches me, "That's open. There's no customer in the lobby at all. It's a ghost town in there right now," as when I went in there. Not just now, but a different location. And he said that she's going to be sending out emails soon, but that rubbed me the wrong way because she didn't take the time to come over and talk to me, which I thought was odd and something I wasn't used to or ever experienced previously when hiring or dealing with that process, even if it was a no. And she said she would call me on Monday if anything was to come about or whatever. The next step basically would be over the phone within a time frame. Um, so I thought that I identified that pretty appropriately, and I thought it was weird. But tell me if that's like denying. I felt like that was me really not getting the position. Um, like I said, I've never really felt that way about a job, like not getting it. And I was sick, so I have an excuse. But even then, so it's like I also couldn't even say that because I know that they don't. I wouldn't be in a position to be showing up at work sick because I take that very seriously in reality. So, like, I wouldn't have to, like, put away my feelings by any means and then show up to work. It wouldn't be like that. Like, if I'm sick, I get excused completely, but I didn't tell her I was sick. So, I would hate for it to be a mismatch in there and then for her to make that decision. I didn't even get to explain myself to her. She did not come up to me. It was kind of that he gave me that information and I was basically told to like that was it. Like deal with that. And I left. And that was professional. I didn't pry or try to interrupt her because she was dealing with cash, so I figured, "Oh, this is probably just important. She doesn't want to take her eye off the money, whatever, whatever." For me, I felt like I didn't get it, but I could be wrong. But definitely how I felt. Definitely, definitely. I don't know though. I don't know. But the job I really want, I'm going to be going back out there next week to talk to the hiring manager. So I'm not bummed, but appreciate you guys for the likes. But I am definitely feeling like I didn't get the job. Mm. And I think it's just so impactful because I haven't felt this way since I was about 18 years old. So other than that, every job I've ever applied for after that, I've always gotten. So, and I was definitely sick as a dog when I interviewed with her, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Mm, what's going on? Excuse me. What's going on, chat? There are some people that were hanging out with me earlier, and here I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm having a little bit of a meal before working out. feel like my energy is here. I'm feeling a little bit more like myself today, but yeah, I really wanted to explain myself, but she didn't give me a chance. Um, that's just how life goes. But yeah, I just figured I'd update you guys if people were on a journey of trying to find a job themselves. But yeah, I just found it interesting. Mm, appreciate you guys for the likes. Yeah, the guac is pretty and green today. It's gorgeous. Okay. I don't know if it's me, but I feel like when I eat these Chipotle bowls, I just feel like I can keep grazing, keep eating them, but it's completely gone. I've always noticed that about them. Okay. Whoa, just pop my back. Okay. About half is good. It is 5:16 p.m. PSC. We're going to the gym, chat. Oh, I'm tired. But I know once you start moving, I feel a little bit better. Appreciate you guys for the likes. I don't know how good our connection's going to be today, chat. I might appreciate you guys for the likes. I might have to. I don't know why it's giving me such problems in this area, but I might have to turn off the stream if it's not good enough. We'll see. I don't know if it's just that area though. It's not so good. I think it's improving a little bit. Yeah, food was good, but it's always so spicy. It's always so spicy. That's what I will say. Appreciate you, Chad. Thank you. I don't know if this is. I was just thinking about it now, and I've been sick for this whole past week, this last 7 days, and which would have been at the time where my strength was pretty much like peak for the phase that I'm in with my body. So I believe this next week it changed back down to me not having the most strength, but I won't be sick. And so I'm kind of like the timing of this month and working out in my cycle is just literally beating my ass. It literally is. Appreciate you guys for the likes. I usually don't stream in the middle of the day like this, and most of the time people are busy. Too busy to like tune into like a broadcast or something like that, getting to and from work, or they're making dinner, or they have plans in the middle of the day, whatever the case is. So sometimes it's hard for me to have a very active stream at this time, which I don't mind. I like it kind of being a little bit quiet, if anything. And so I don't mind it. It's okay. I will park in the shade though. I am gonna flip around and park in the shade a little bit over here. Okay, chat. We made it. And I have my backpack over here. Oh. You know what? It is summertime, so the stream would be less active. Everyone busy this summer. You're right. I always forget that too. I'm glad people are not, they're taking advantage of it being summer. I'm glad. I'm glad. Guys, that you gotta live now. Appreciate you guys for the likes. And this is how I'm spending my summer. Okay, I think I'm gonna prep. I feel like our connection was pretty good inside the locker room, so I'm going to do a little bit of prepping when I'm in there. Also, I don't think I'm allowed to take outside food in, so I will leave this in the car. And My water bottle's here. Gotta close my wallet. Take my purse. The screen is also gonna pause. My login, like QR code, is on this phone. So if the stream pauses, chat, that's why. When we get in there, that's what's gonna happen. So, and I'll hide the microphone. I'm back. The lady told me to get fucking lost. She said, "You have Crocs on. Please don't. Please don't." Okay. So it's like, she turned my ass away. She said, "Please don't fucking come back in here." I was like, damn, 6 phone notifications. What the hell? Dude, I have so many missed calls. Is that? Okay. Okay. I have my fanny pack here. Let's open this before the phone. It's winter in Australia. Oh. Are you fucking lying? Is this the same person that told me it was 20 degrees where they were? Are you serious? It is opposite upside down over there. Opposite upside down over there. That's what it sounds like. I don't have a place. I don't know if my AirPods will stay in. I really don't know. But I can try. I have my water bottle with me. Water bottle, no handle. Mind you. I have my keys. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. No, honestly, it's winter in Australia. I believe you. Sorry, the phone like completely died for a second. Thank you. Okay. Okay, you guys, sorry. It was freezing up and stuff. Also, my phone's kind of overheating. Um, Hopefully, the microphone is helping us project a little bit more. Every time it pauses right when I get to the door here, it's always because I'm pulling out my QR code to sign into the gym. And it's all on this phone. So, but yeah. There's people there. I don't know if I want to put my locker right here because people pass by here all the time. Okay, we'll set you guys to right here. Okay, can you guys see me? I don't have to whisper anymore, which is so nice because I have now. Before I would be. I wish I brought my hair tie, my headband for my phone and all that. I still have the work that we wrote earlier in the car when it was so hot outside and everything was going wrong. Are you away to the gym? So I'm going to show you back what I'm doing myself. Yes, I'm at the gym now. I couldn't go earlier. But now I'm here because when I got here, the girl said that since I was wearing Crocs, that I couldn't work out. It's so hot, you know. I'm tired. It was such a far ass drive. Like I just said, okay, well, maybe it's over for me. Maybe I'm just gonna go back home and just recharge all my devices, and then we'll come back out to the gym. So here I am. Got a little chapstick in case we get dry from running my trap. I have a little bit of AirPods. Okay, we'll keep that on us. I don't know if it's gonna stay. I don't know. I'm kind of scared that they won't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave them out. These people just left for good. So I'm gonna take you guys back over here, where because that area is like high traffic and a lot of people pose in front of that mirror there. So I have there's like a mirror right there, and people like walk by it all the time. And I don't want people to like walk by the street. I feel bad. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna move really quick. Put this up. We got a little bit of candy. Get the energy up a little bit. Some sour strips, some green apple sour strips, quick carb, and a little bit of energy with this quick fast acting carb sugar. Mhm. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Oh, I have a headband. I'm a liar. Great. Well, I'm glad we found one. Because I want to listen to something while I work out. Otherwise, I lose a little motivation. Like in the beginning of my progress, it's always that. Just kind of can't really like get over the fact that like it's taking forever. I'm here. There's a lot of people. It's loud. All that like kind of affects me. So a little bit of spray deodorant. Okay, we got a little sweet sweat. Gonna debloat a little bit and sweat a little more. It helps me feel a little motivated in the gym, knowing that my body is releasing water from this product. It's not gonna burn fat. It just helps you sweat basically, and also lets if you're sweating. Since it has like a scent, it doesn't make your sweat smell bad. It makes it smell good. So that's kind of why we're gonna use it today. And just extra motivation since we're at the gym. It helps with that. One more thing to feel like, I'm at the gym, I like it. This is great, And it's just bullshit. It's just a facade. Just me trying to trick my brain into being here, being here. That's what it takes. Use this wrap. put the wrap on. It does make it feel a little like thicker, and I hate it. I don't like it, but like I said, it's for health, it's for the benefit, even if it feels like it's a mental hurdle of maybe we'll just stay here. It takes a lot of discipline. It does. It really does. And sometimes in order to help me get there, it's all just self motivated. So I feel like, at this point there's really no other kind of motivation. It's just self motivation, but that's just my little tiny philosophy that no one cares about. But for me, whatever it takes for me to get self motivated enough to consistently still be here and like stay here and not just get all my shit and leave because I can at any time. It's so easy to leave. This, the headphones, water, like I brought my vitamins with me. I have a meal if I get hungry. Like all those things are like conquered in terms of excuses I could make. So I just try to make, and I do, and I have, everything I basically would need to create no excuse to leave this place until I get it, everything done. You know, I even have a waist trainer to hold my phones if I'm going to stream. I have my microphone for the case of me streaming. And like if I don't want to hold my phone, I have a fanny pack. It also tracks my steps being here, which is another motivator. Like, oh, it's another place I can walk around and it count for the day. You know, so all of this is just me doing what I have to do to show up. But a lot of people, need this candy in a wrapper. So it's easier to take. I don't know where my lock is. Just stay focused on these goals. Exactly. Yeah, like, but I probably look crazy, like to the next person. I probably look crazy. I even have some wrist straps that I don't even know how to use, but I have to look at the YouTube video to use them. But to help me like grip the bar and stuff like that. Like, oh, I think that's such a cute pattern too. But regardless, like I just have a squirrel brain like everybody else. Okay, we got a little bit of EAAs. They taste like garbage. That tastes a little bit like garbage. So I'm going to. I thought I had in here some lemon packets, but I guess I took them out. I had some crystallized lemon that I was putting in my water bottle, so it gives like the taste of like a squeezed lemon, a freshly squeezed lemon. I know that sounds crazy, but I thought it was Crystal Light. It was literally dehydrated lemon crystals, so you could put in your water. And I was like, dude, this is great because it's just like a squeeze of lemon that I can mask the bitterness of these EAAs with no flavor. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll use that. But I forgot them. So here we are. My workout is also I took a picture of my workout and I put it on my other phone to like use. So I don't have to like reference like a notebook or take a notebook with me everywhere, basically. So I'm just gonna into here and just read them slowly until I finish this whole container of water. I don't know if this was shaking or not. The top there. So I just have to pour out. So it shows the wings right there. So we'll take a look, a little scoop of this. That way, it will be easier for me to recover, to have a little more endurance while I'm here, because this will be exhausting. Sometimes full bodies take a lot out of me. Excuse me. And right now it's the end of the month, so I don't have any more muscle meals. I'm just kind of using the remaining food that I have to eat until I get paid, basically between paychecks. So I don't have, like you've seen, we went out to Chipotle, so I'm like, okay, I don't have enough food to keep me going. Um, I have protein powder and stuff like that. I can get my protein bowls. But I have components to make like full meals that I can take with me that make me feel like motivated. So I'm just prepping everything at home. Just going like at a slower pace basically until I get paid and trying not to so a little bit discouraged by that. But still making good options, good choices. Nonetheless. We'll lock that up. I'll teach you guys. That's how it looks. It looks crazy. Appreciate you guys for the likes. It looks nice. But I had a little bit of creatine in the coffee that I had earlier too. I didn't even remember if I finished that. I hope I did because I forgot I mixed vitamins with in there. So give you some spin. If we have to buy like a Gatorade to dilute this, we can. But and then I have my lollipop to chase if we need to. I'm gonna turn on the video. We're gonna look at my physique before we go out there. And, hopefully nobody tall walks by us and sees some flashing green lights. Sure. Hopefully they mind their business. The mat makes me feel lighter. I'm rim or whatever this is, my fucking stomach. I swear to God, Mitch. That's why I don't really like to. Anyways, this. Okay. But on these corny ass videos, keep me going. That's another thing too. Like it's usually the videos of what I'm listening to keep me motivated here, and it's corny. It is also extremely busy. It is extremely busy. Trying to warm up. Someone left their band here. Like a warm up band. I'm gonna set you guys down right here. I'll get them so we can stretch. I have this habit of like whispering, and I know it's not the best. I always forget that we have a microphone and I don't have to do that. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able, if I need to move around a lot today. I don't think so. So it is gonna be pretty bitter. Ooh, I just taste the original vitamins.
I just take my food. I don't want to take the whole thing. But you're saying?
I think we're gonna have a really slow day at the gym chat where we clear out while we find our way to the machines that we need. Things like that. So, okay. Get a good stretch, chat. My body because I feel so stiff. I'm trying to stretch out my quads. Don't eat a shock. Yeah, I can understand how can feel shocking. Help check blood test done. Well, that's good that you went to the doctor and got information. Especially a blood test is really good. Yeah, it's shocking for a lot of people. Yes, Matt. I'm a little bit more. Oh wow, there's so many people here today. I'm gonna use here again. Walking through. Just a little bit. You see, I just want to warm up my legs. And today I decided I'm gonna lower my overall calorie intake by 100 calories, only 100. Let's see where I'm going from there because I feel like my body's already plateaued at the calories that I'm at now. So I'm trying to get to at least 1590. So this is where I'm at. It's been a downward trend, and I'm finally back down where I started. So I'm also not walking enough based on my physical activity. So just need to make sure I'm moving enough. But and today I did feel a little bit better about cleaning hair because before I was like, I got sick because I went to the gym, and I also had not been sleeping good enough. So it like really compromised me. I didn't want to come back and be the same case basically. I'm still depleted. Sleeping enough. So it's well, I couldn't look at my home because I didn't want to get anybody else sick there. So I only gained weight because I risk injuring my ankle. Oh, is it like you can't walk around? Oh my god, that's boring. It's 2 minutes. Let's get off of here. A little bit. Let's see what is right there. There's a table. Open. It is. This distribution is being used. And it's, these pictures are taken in there. Maybe I will be able to actually over this species. Doctors say a tear. Someone said doctors say a tear away the medicine. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over here. Sorry, oh my gosh. Look at the vibes. I wonder if we could use these. Some rotations here. I just kind of let that one fall down. Let me try again. Let's see. Okay. I want to just finish this because I feel like it's so bitter. I can't even start. Because usually I put a crystal light or something in this. So I think that's what we should do, Chat. And then chase it with a lollipop because this shit sucks. Cheers. It's terrible. It's absolute dumb water. It's terrible. Why these bitches say I have diabetes? Because fuck crazy. Okay. That was great. Encouraging. Here you go. Oh, is it oh, it's here, chat. Can you not hear me? I'm not saying anything, I was breathing. I have a question I want to honestly answer. As long as it's respectfully, because I'm working to ask. And I'm back, guys. Welcome. Maybe now, okay. Sometimes if I stretch the area before I try to train it, it really helps me with the mind and muscle connection. As long as it's respectful, you guys can ask. I don't want you saying please. Just ask. If it's not respectful, you keep it to yourself. Or I just get people out of here if they're just disrespectful and gross. So I love my cardio. And I'm seeing life from another angle now. When I was injured, I see. Oh man, I lost it. Okay, hold on. Okay. You should do that for the likes. Okay. This right side is good. I can always tell I'm my most healthiest based on this right side, but the left is what I need help the most with. How do you mean? Someone's saying about in relation to their cardio. They slow down a bit. Now seeing what's important. What exactly do you feel is important? Appreciate you guys for the like. Oh, okay. Other one keeps locking up. Oh my god. Oh, it's just. I wish I had my Oh my god, I need a massage. I wish I had that physical therapy. Like, it's like a massage ball, and I just put it against the wall and like massage my back. I feel like I have to break up some of the fascia back there to get what do you call it, like a good contraction. At this point. Yeah, I've shown you this one before. Regis Jason, like you so many times. I've talked about it so much. Definitely that one. Appreciate you, Chad. Oh my god. Appreciate you guys. What you guys up to? For example, how critical a situation would be? Sure. So in general. I hear you. I'm glad you guys are able to find lessons that you guys are overcoming. I'm grateful for you. Grateful that my chat is like that. That they are self-reflective. I'm glad. More cup to I just had some vitamins in this canteen. They tasted so bitter, but I chased it with a lollipop. Oh, it's a headband. I'm missing a beret or a barrette or an eyelet. This one's coming out. I just want to use it up. And what? Sometimes. I have a lot of big dumbbells over here. Okay, let's see what else we got to do, chat. Let's get water too. We did external rotation 5 pounds, but my right side is strong. And the left side, I'm gonna need to do 3. And we get really, really good at 3. Because my muscles are kind of like turning off on the left side, kind of save me. You know, it's just a natural thing. People I'd rather have in rehab, it almost feels like there's no pain. It's just like the muscles turned off completely. And I stretch a little bit. I also stretch throughout. And despite that, it just keeps doing it. It's 5 pounds, but with 3 pounds, I was activated the whole time. So I think we're gonna regress that. Even though my right side is very strong, I want them to be at the same pace, basically. Okay, what we're doing? Head down. No, you're good. No, you guys are good. Back extension, erectors, front delts. We can do front delts. Let's get some water. I'm going to get water in this machine because it's pretty. Kind of wish I kept that with the gym. Okay. Let's do it. I can't even put my lid on this with one hand. Okay. Let's go check out area over here. This is my chest. Let's go see how busy it is over here. A lot of people left. Let me say that. It's the busiest I've seen it too. Here. All these benches are taken. So it's even look at the taken. Those are the regulars. Oh, not taking flat dots, but the cables are even taken. The low weights being used in that room. Oh, not just go back in. We could do chest press. Because we're going to hit a little bit of our front top anyway. Also, have to raise up this chair. It's usually a little bit more quiet here, chat. Sorry about that. Is it? Yeah, it feels pretty good. And then what we do with that? And we had 20 last time. 25. Okay. That's so heavy. But maybe we should do until the left of it. It's usually increase 4 5 pounds. Usually a 2 is more appropriate. I'm just trying to push through the middle of my elbow to be in line with my wrist. Okay. Retract my squat foot down. Pinch the hand. Push through the middle of my palm. Okay. It takes a lot out of it. So much. Oh, okay. I'm still going a little bit tired. Welcome, chat. What's going on, chat? What you guys up to? Oh man. Someone said, "Can a girl hate a guy then like him later?" Yeah. Some people could choose on mind. It's for anybody though. Some people start off as enemies and they turn into friends. It happens all the time. I'd say it's pretty rare though. But it does happen. For sure, it does happen. Okay, chat. Tired. Oh my god, I'm tired. This always takes a lot out of me. I don't know if it's everybody. Alright, chat, you got to chill. You're going to chill. But I give you guys the links. I don't have a tripod that like I can put right in front of the chat. And I don't got clout like that, so I'm not gonna like set it up all the way across the aisle and then people walk by and it's really weird. It's just out of respect for the chat. But at this point, I don't think it's a good idea for me to make comments like that. So we can have all the views go down with just my head in the frame. We can do that. I do want more candy though. But I'll get some in a little. So it's 22 right now. Maybe wait, maybe one more. Maybe one more. What are you guys up to today? What are you guys doing? Appreciate you guys for the likes. Thank you for everybody who was here Emily and everybody that came back. Appreciate you guys. I am tired, I'll tell you that. I'm tired. I don't want to dye my hair tonight. Let's see. I kind of want to get one more energy, but I'm not feeling it. Unless you want to take a break and maybe do like a game share. I don't know. I'm just feeling over it. But I'm still here. I don't know if you guys can hear me too, so. You guys are out welcome to ask questions, start a good conversation. If you guys want to. Last set. It's our third set for 10. We have 20 pounds on each side. I think that was 5. Okay. Sorry, guys. We got 5 more. It's like we're just starting from the one. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, God. I'm so tired. I'm tired. Okay. Get some water. Oh, let's go get some candy. Time to get candy. My God. Oh my God, excuse me. I'm feeling, excuse me. Oh, God damn. I'm also choking. Candy break. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me on my stream. I know there's not a. Somebody said, "What makes you cry?" Anything. Anything. I think maybe when I think about my dad and maybe just the good of a person he was, that I got to meet him, that I got to, experience him as my father and learn from him, and meet him, and then I start to cry. Sometimes I just cry for the people that are alive in my life that I'm grateful that are around me, that like me, that love me, that, treat me well. I for them because it's happiness, really, happy tears, that I can experience them the same way, feel grateful that they just so happen to be around me during this time and that they're them and that their timeline in life matched up with mine and, it's a blessing. And can you guys hear me, chat? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? The connection went out really quick. Oh, yeah. It's good. Appreciate you guys. Yeah. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes I'll just look back on my life and sometimes I might get disappointed for the hard lessons that I had to learn. So does that kind of frustrate me and I cry? Um, and some things I look back on, maybe things that people might have said, from that, I maybe have to feel like, maybe if I think too much on that, I would cry or feel bad about myself and process those feelings. But it wouldn't be kind of like a woe is me. It would just kind of be like, yeah, that hurts, and I'm gonna take time to feel that, basically. But not like out of a means of like, I don't know, like feeling self pity, I guess. Not that, I guess. But that makes any sense. Like the things maybe I didn't take time to process in the moment. I'll think about them. And that would be the result. Like, would be my part of my process would be to cry. That makes sense. So, um, yeah, those are just a few things. Like, yeah, definitely the lessons I learned from my dad. That bring me through this path. Yeah, gratefulness. Just depends, though. It cleared out a lot. We did that part of the workout. We do want to double check the rest. Mm, excuse me. Okay. We'll mark this again. Sorry, chat. I have bloated indigestion from that food. Front delts, I ended up doing chest press. So what she's going to back. Let's see. Hamstring curl. The rectors and the low back movement are going to be a 2-in-1 on one machine. So I don't have to do much. Oh. We've got to buy a hamstring curl machine. Is it a lying hamstring curl? I don't use. So I'm liking it. Please use it. Always liking shoes. All the little shoes are being used. Yeah, being used. One back between us being used. This is we can go being used. I can't be white here. Yeah. This is it's weird. I don't know what it is. It's too much. It's good. Have a bunch of things. Maybe how we breathe. Movies. This person, I don't know if he knows. It's no French. Let's try. I wonder, okay, let's try to do. I wonder if they have a preacher. I'll look for one. That way I can at least. Oh my god, it's so busy there. That way I can at least do something else. So this is busy. Well, that should be really. Let's go and do this. Just take a break and have some water. This sucks. Oh, what is the commercial is? No. I'm saying, I hope they didn't hear me. I'm using this is not really nice. Yeah, get them the cat. This one is, it's okay. I'll say that. It's okay. It is a little too, but also too high. way too high. My arms are also shaking. Way too high. Let's see if we can get this one. It'll be a little high. Oh no. Definitely. Let's see what the thing is. So let's try. Or change anything. Not really sure. Let's see. See, this is probably this is not release. I'm stupid. Oh no. What? This is the other. No. Oh, it's a question. It's not a picture. Oh. Okay, well. We're gonna see, I guess. Oh, that's weird. I'm not having shoes. What? I don't know what head this is working. And I also don't know who this machine is. It's literally. Who's this? Watch. It's literally you push it down. And maybe let's wait. Let's try 7 pounds. Okay. And I don't know why I'm shaking a bit. It should acting would tell you. And that's where I feel my impingement at. I always feel like a clicking, or like two bones like clicking on top of one another on my left side. I can't quite tell. Oh no, I just is because my fucking elbow feels so tension. My arms are shaking fast, and I've been so finishing. But I can feel this all the way. Should I lower this a little bit more? Sorry, chat. I'm just going to have this issue. I feel like a little lower. Feet behind these pedals. And yeah, behind the pedals. And orange violet. Okay. And really extend the elbow. Okay. How about this? 7 pounds, 7.5 pounds. I don't know what went out. If we can rotate a little bit. I don't know. There's a little bit of tension there. But I will stretch though. think you guys should go fix it. It's trash. I know that. So trash. But we don't know what's going on. The manager just kind of wants to fix this issue and just use it as a that's what we're here for. I feel like it's a little easier, and it's also a little bit more program, so I don't know why it's getting it. I just thought that that one was and she's um, and put the pen to the actual recall. I'm gonna start with two. So move along your chair a little bit. The bottom. So, full extension here. And a little closer. Hug your chair a little bit. This is only too close to stay. Full stretch. I love the feature curl for this. Less full stretch as far as you take it to that stretch position. Nice. So you can forward. Okay, I don't even know how many that was. Keep restarting. 2. Oh, 10. Think about this. I want the. I want the center to be the base. I wish I could get to read the previous one. It gets down. I just bring it down. It's too. It just feels like it's too tight. So I can't really do that. I'm just trying to get that eight. And letting that be the count for the base on it. Also, Oh, it's pretty. Maybe it's less busy if it gets longer. Oh, this is pretty on two. It's talking about it. Okay, sure. Let's see. It's a disrupting life. Oops. Well, that's good too. Also, this is only two. It's okay. It's still. Is that five? This is a six. Six. Eight. I hope I didn't do that. I swear to God. Okay. And I don't remember if that was my third set or second set. Is it ready? I think that was. I don't remember now. We need to go for the lights. Maybe it is. Maybe it was. I think so. Okay. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. 3 minutes. I kind of want to do one free weight. I'm gonna go. Oops. So I feel like it is sweet. I guess. I think I'm sure. Listen to yeah. Let's see. Also, one more thing on cardio. The wave of this room is. It's like people just came here to do cardio. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Where's Bunches? I haven't done unadjusted. Oh, wonderful. To use this sample, but I think I lost my lipstick. I found in my hand a few orange juice. This still pretty easy enough to engage. Just so we do that. Like 5 on my left side, kind of off a little bit. But I think it's on the lowest. So I'm glad. Start with the left side. See? I feel like see my just good. And I really would like for somebody that gave me said put that action.
Seriously.
Let's see, this is much easier. And I can feel it maybe. It almost feels unrecognizable on the other side. See how easy that is? So this the left side. You have to go very slow. And then I want an angle. So I wonder if that would be the key for this one. And then the knee is like
Well, I told her I could already see it. I like that. Not cool, Charlie. You get off there.
see. I feel like that's easy. For this one, no, not even. For the step ups, just doing a few sets of 10, few sets of 10. But I'm using 3 pounds to start. Even though this is like a small increment of weight I'm using, but I feel like a little bit on balance about how much like left to replace them. I feel really unstable. I haven't doing so I might just wait. I think I do. I'm going to do myself. So, this is the music cat. One was fun. But what I did, I felt like I was pretty engaged. My knee kind of just feels a lot. I feel like this time, like, support myself with is a little bit too far away. I have to like aim where I can kind of close to something so I don't want to be on this side of me. So this is really comfortable. I'm just gonna reset the camera a little bit there. I should have got my inhaler. I see now why. I think I'm about to give me an inhaler. I feel like I need my inhaler. Time passes whether we do well with it or not, Chad. Look at how wet that is. It's literally sweaty. Oh god, I don't want this to just fall. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm a little bloated from that food that we had, but it's definitely a lot of sweat. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, nice. I'm sorry. Oh, it's just there. I don't trust nobody. Stuff out like sounds crazy, but I think it's just it's so busy. Anything really big. My arms hurt though. No? Whoa, chat. Is that crazy? Was it not like that before? Is that something? No, I'm scared. That's something, bitch. If it is, I'm staying. Oh my god, this is scared. I don't know if that's something. I'm tripping out. I don't know. And I'm stupid, so I don't fucking know. No idea. If it is, yeah, shit. Like I said, I'm staying if it is. That's great. No. I don't know if that's good or bad. I also couldn't really see. But that candy was doing it though. It's a candy jet. I forget a lot of the time that this bag is a duffel bag too. And I can wear the strap like llamas. They have tan in here, but do they sell goggles? Or do they sell like CR goggles for like the tan jersey? I don't know if they do. Okay. I'm gonna finish the rest at home, chat. It's so busy in there. I'm grateful I got to go. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful I got to go. But it's very tired. Listen, lady, do it. Okay. I wonder if you guys would be down to come back, chat. Door opens up. Much. Chat, this was leaking in my purse, and I just don't understand how. But it was, I guess. I don't know. I'm scared to have that. I am. I said we were going to try it, but bitch, I'm a little scared. Also, why is this woman waddling around on her phone? And she was in the planter. She's not dressed in workout clothes. She has flip flops on. She's wandering around the gym, and she looks like a normal person. Appreciate you guys for the likes. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that." Someone said, "To tell you another thing that's painful, when someone looks at me and says something personal because they don't like to see someone injured, is in the most disrespectful way you can believe it. Like in the most disrespectful way possible, they're saying stuff to you." That's kind of amazing to hear because, like, shocking. I mean, that that's even something feel some people feel bold enough to do. Because when I was being raised, I feel like it was always if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. You know. So that's very shocking that the more and more people go, they just kind of lose sight of that. They're not teaching values, you know, for the most part, especially if it's more than one person and random people at that. That's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of crazy. It's hard to believe, but I believe you. I'm sorry.
I already had it. How would I think? How
This
would I walk?
exploded in my purse.
How would I speak to others? How would I treat myself?
Look, we were just talking about that. Huh.
Then you live according to those answers, even if your senses try to convince you otherwise. At first, this may feel strange, because your outer reality will still carry the residue of the old thing. But do not be discouraged.
But
Out
I know that it's kind of like busy in their chat, and I know it's kind of like overwhelming and like there's a lot going on. And it might even feel a little bit like hard for me to get a good angle. I wonder if she just came here to pace outside of the gym. It looks like that's what she's doing, but regardless, I appreciate anybody who, has taken the time to come out and see my stream. I know it's not fucking boring. I know it is definitely not the World Cup, bitch. I know that. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for anybody who takes the time to come watch my stream, even if I'm dead tired like today. I appreciate anybody who's willing to share or wants to share in the chat. I'm grateful for that too. Hopefully we can build a community where people feel more comfortable to, I don't know, express things that people can relate to and hear. All while having fun, of course, because I know it's like if I can have fun or have a good time with you, sometimes it isn't always at the gym when it's busy. If the gym is not so busy, I feel like it's a little easier, or if we're doing something outside of the gym, it's a little easier in general. But yeah, I'm grateful for you guys, and I thank you so much. So, so, so much from the bottom of my heart. Also, I think we should have a snack. We still have a connection, which is good. I don't want to take 2 bites of this bowl that I had here. I think there's a fork in here. I want to re-dye my hair tonight. That's what I'm feeling like, honestly. I'm feeling like dyeing my hair, but I'm also feeling like putting a wig on. I'm not even kidding. I want to take a shower, put a wig on. I have a blonde wig that I want to use so bad. Maybe we'll do a get ready with me stream just for fun, going nowhere, going to my kitchen. Mm. Turn the fan off. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Small mukbang chat. Small Chipotle mukbang.
Now you just been born again. Now you grown conscious. You can look back on your previous life.
Who's winning in the World Cup chat? Let's look it up.
When you meet someone new, you meet a girl on a date, you're like, man, I have ADHD, right? I am not maybe the type of not serve. Does this belief serve? If it does not, stop insane.
The most important quality or characteristic that you can develop for happiness and success is the unstoppable. Is to think of yourself as honey. You know how you become unstoppable? It's by the basic psychological, behavioral development principle of simply saying to yourself. Because whatever you say to yourself and believe, you believe as a reality. You start to walk in that. So what you say is, I am unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. Belief requires so much development because it's hard to believe things that you can't see. It's hard to believe when you're skinny or it's hard when you're poor to believe that mama's working 9 to 5 jobs that you can actually retire in a couple of years. Believe these things. You sit there and have a conversation with yourself and believe. There was a study that
Sorry, chat, taking a break. Little break.
with no way of getting
I was gonna look up something, now I forgot. I completely forgot. I don't know what it was. I forgot. Okay, that's better.
Why is that? Did they magically get stronger? No. The difference
I
is that they would get out. If we're going to test on strength, test on belief. Time the rats believe. So they just get over. This is how the human mind works. If you don't believe in yourself and believe that the life that you want is possible, you will quit. You can get your brain and your body to truly believe. You will never give up. With that mindset, you can achieve anything. You want to be ready for the success that you dream about. Explain how you temporary.
Now she's dancing, literally dancing with her phone in her hand. It's amazing how people live, and people think I'm crazy. Bitch, what the fuck? I'm not gonna be out there doing that. Mm-mm. It's amazing what people will do. I don't know. Maybe she's definitely not rehearsing because she didn't start doing that from the jump. She was in the planter. It looked like she had very much a smoker's attitude. You know what I'm talking about? Like, where can I throw my cigarette bud? You know, what can I put it out on? That's what it was giving. But she was just in the planter, in the dirt. No, not. No, now she's doing TikTok dances. She was pacing back and forth in front of the gym. She has full flip flops on. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys this lady, but I just don't want to do her like that. But yeah, no. It's insane. Appreciate you guys. What are you guys up to? What y'all doing, chat? What are you doing? Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like, I want to look up who's winning in the World Cup. Try streaming while the World Cup's been going on.
If we believed in ourselves more, we would be ruthless in our
USA is 1-1. Uruguay, Australia both have 0. Is it Tunisia? Netherlands is 3. Wow. Wow. Mexico had 9 points. Wow. Mexico's in the lead. Sounds about right. Switzerland's in the lead of Group B. Brazil and Morocco are tied. USA is in the lead in their category. Germany and is it Côte d'Ivoire? I couldn't even say that. I tied with them, with Germany. Netherlands are ahead. Egypt's ahead. Spain, France, and Norway. Argentina, Colombia, and then you have England and Ghana together. Wow.
Rewiring your thoughts to believe in yourself, be nicer to yourself, to speak positively.
Wow, wow, wow.
And you're taking action, and you're getting more confidence.
Yes.
We want to develop confidence. The only way to get there is to do things that are tough, but we do that. It's important for people to believe in themselves. I think it's really important for people to remember that they're the creators on some level, and they have a hand in creating their life, and that
Okay. Don't spam
possibility is something that they should always
in the chat, you guys. That's crazy.
greater than we think, more powerful than we know. And
You're getting a little weird.
you need to believe
Okay.
What about interest in belief?
Whoa.
Wouldn't enjoy it. It'd be totally unwarranted. Well, have no self-belief and show of anyone. Multi yourself without the process, question your talent, being certain.
Okay. The chat is empty now. I'm glad. That was crazy how he was talking. That's too much, chat.
And you still end up in a place your 20-year-old self not imagine.
Okay.
Start.
Tired, chat. Tired. I'm sore. My body is sore. My arms are shaking. I had 2.5 pounds on that stupid ass machine. And my biceps are shaking still. They're still trembling. It's almost as if I've never lifted dumbbells to be curling them ever. Ever. But we got a really good stretch in the bicep. Also got a really good pump. Happy about that. Still have a pump, which is great. Perfect. Also, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with that sugar, that candy that we had. And we had so much candy, too. But I was having this conversation earlier. Now I'm remembering what I wanted to say initially on my first stream. Your muscles are in shock. They absolutely are. I was thinking of this earlier, and I wanted to say that it is. I was having a conversation earlier about shame, as well as like shame being involved in wanting to hit your goals. And how shame is brought about, how shame can occur, how, and just from my experience, I was trying to tell this person earlier, I had two examples of shame growing up that were completely opposite of one another when I was growing up. And my mom was one of them, my dad was the other. And my mom, my whole life, always wanted to lose weight. It was always a goal for her. She always kept trying or would be inspired to try, you know. So it would kind of be like either yo-yo diets or like just extreme dieting. And she would try to go to the gym, but it was always, probably for a day or one day out of the week, or it's never, or it was every day for 7 days, and then it stopped, and like it was always sporadic and very inconsistent. Or if she did go, she would bring a friend. She would never go alone. It would be contingent on that friend's schedule, if she could have somebody there with her to make her feel more comfortable, all these things, right? So it was, even she would come down to making excuses that she didn't want anybody looking at her while she was walking around the block, even if it meant like, at nighttime when everybody's inside on the neighborhood, and nobody's obviously no one's gonna be looking out their windows looking at her, but she still felt that way, She felt like people were looking at her and they were judging her, and that she looked stupid or silly, and that she would be made fun of. Mom was just very timid when it came to that kind of stuff. And I remember she would tell me too, that my dad would take the bus, and my dad would tell me this story now of that interaction that she would have when it came to him taking the bus. And my mom's car always was breaking down whenever I was a kid. One of the days, her car broke down, and my dad said, "Why don't you take the bus to work? Take the bus home." And my mom laughed at him and said, "I've never taken the bus," like that. And it always stuck with me. And it's a story I tell all the time. And if people know me, they've heard this story, but it was always such a contrasted idea, two different examples of people I held in significant regard in my life. Maybe not admiration through and through for all these years, but they were significant roles in my life. I'll say that. So it was interesting to hear their perspective or see their relationship towards shame or with shame, around shame. And when it came to them obtaining their goals, my dad would do anything he had to do in order to obtain that goal. My dad would take the bus all the time. My dad had me when he was 50 years old. He was looking like a grandpa babysitting me, and we would go everywhere on the bus together. And he would make my day a lot of the time. We would spend time, and we would get to and from on the bus. And that was just an example of him not having too much shame in order to have or live fully, and or even obtain his goal, maybe if it was to work a certain job or to go to a place to get work or whatever it was. And my mom would have the opposite opinion. It was residing in vanity, selfishness. And it was that result or that mindset put her in a position to never obtain her goals through consistency and hard work, and just letting her excuses rule her, basically. And so it was very shocking when I would hear other perspectives around shame. And I learned, like, shame is what you allow. It's what you allow. It is, if somebody brings something up to you and feels disrespectful enough to say it to you, you know, and you hear what they have to say and you consider it to the point where you let it affect you, you let it change your mind on what you were going to seek out that day or accomplish that day, or make you even allow it to affect your performance to the point where you would even believe what they said. And then your output shows that because you're just living with this belief now. And since you're already, I don't know, letting someone's projections basically change your mind so easily, shame would rule you at that point, if that makes any sense. And I think I used too many words, but hopefully that makes sense. That it's what you allow. And I brought up another example to her because obviously my mom's shame ruled her so much she didn't take action. Whereas my dad's relationship to shame was almost non existent because he always did what he had to do, you know? And people perceived him probably with no dignity or self respect or childlike or whatever the case was. When in actuality, he was probably at peace with himself, just didn't care, was living as full as he possibly could, and also just trying to get by, and probably also just high. So it's not much you can care about when you're in that state of mind. But that wasn't him all the time, especially for certain years of my life. And I'll just say specific years because it was never consistent and it never was for such a long time up until the end. And even then, he never had shame when he was older, like up until he died. It's like I always knew him not having too much shame to not live his life, especially if he wasn't hurting anybody, you know. And he was living full, at that point, living how he wanted to and accomplishing some goals, setting his mind to doing something and doing it, learning how to do something and doing it. And I also brought up an example of not allowing shame to affect me because whenever he died, I would go to the gym and I'd go on the treadmill and I would cry. I would cry every single time I would go to the gym after him being there. And then some days I wouldn't stream because I really needed that time alone, you know, completely alone, solitude. Even though I was around a bunch of fucking people, but I didn't want to give into drinking or doing drugs or some sort of negative escapism or negative coping mechanism that was going to basically not necessarily help my coping with his death and also keep me in a stable state of mind, more or less, keep me on a structured path for the day instead of laying in bed and dwelling about him. And this had been already, I think, like just a few months after he died. And I would go on the treadmill, I'd cry. People would be looking at me crazy. That's probably the only time I ever felt that way at the gym. So I was shedding tears, crying, walking on the treadmill, and giving people a reason to look at me, basically. And before that, I never felt like people were paying too much attention to me. You know what I mean? It's like people are there to like do what they have to do. They don't care. They're there to live a life. And so, and it would make me feel so much better. I was grieving fully, which helped me live fuller. And I just didn't care. The point was, I didn't care because if I felt the need to cry, I wasn't going to run to the bathroom and have an echo, while I was there, basically. But I didn't even care. I didn't care if those people were looking at me crazy. I didn't care. And I couldn't because I just wouldn't live like that, especially if I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just on the treadmill. I'm minding my own business. And I just might just happen to have a stream of tears, coming down from my face, just so happened to be. But if only people knew why I was crying. I think it was a very good reason to cry. You know what I mean? Especially in public. It's not like my cat died. My damn dad died, So if somebody was to ask me, I think it would, in my perspective, I think people would understand why I was crying and give me every reason to cry if that was the case. Um, because no matter what, that's everybody's fate. And that's what we can all really relate on, is the fact that it will eventually be over one day. And so for people to almost treat it like a disease or shock, it's like, well, in when you somebody who's crying because of, a lot of the time it is just more or less, it's never necessarily shame, it's usually compassion, empathy, sympathy. You know, I could think of more synonyms to describe what people really would be doing, how they would really be reacting. And I just use that as a means to reassure myself instead of feeling shame, because I was still going to spend my time wisely. But I was telling that to this person too, on top of those two examples from my parents. And my mom was coming from a place of pride and vanity and selfishness and ego. And my dad was coming from a place of genuinely wanting to learn, genuinely wanting to get ahead, wanting to feel accomplished, you know, wanting to be resilient, living in resilience, not letting anything stop him, making no excuse, being a go getter, you know, not going to tolerate judgment and live for somebody else. You know what I mean? At that point, um, he wouldn't, you know. And so at that point, oh man, excuse me. Phew. Excuse me, chat. Let's see. Let's get rid of the creep. Made it weird for everybody. It came down to me kind of like having to use it as a frame of reference whenever, I had gotten to that point where I had lost him and gotten older and then wanted to accomplish my goals. And even before he passed away, my relationship with Jim was just never that. I want to go here. I want to learn. I'm going to take my time. I don't care how I look, as long as I get better every day, as long as I try every day. And even now, I'm still having to practice that. And, I'm probably weird or crazy or very different. And I go to bed with myself. I understand that. And I know that if something was to happen to me out of nowhere, I know I die by myself. And I can't, I don't want to have any regrets to think that I should have tried more. My dad would tell me all the time, Nihita, use your time wisely. It goes by so fast. And I cry every time I say that because I can hear him still saying that. And it was important that he told me that. He wanted me to know that. He wanted me to respect that because it's the truth. And try to use my time wisely every day and get ahead in some way. And I do that every day. I try to do that on my stream. My thumbnails are getting better. In some way in my life, I try to spend time trying to get better. I don't want to waste any time. And I don't have a lot of time, I think you have a lot of time when you're young, but you don't. And I never want to be that stupid. And I know that my dad was telling me that because he felt stupid a lot of the time, knowing that he wasted a lot. And he was warning me and trying to educate me and trying to tell me. And I respect that, you know? And he meant it when he told me that day. And so I won't let shame stop me. I certainly won't let shame get in the way of my grief, you know? There are times where I feel I don't want to be too much. And with my family, I wait to the end of the night to cry still about my dad. And that's not anything to feel sorry to me about, you know what I mean? To feel pitiful towards me about. I don't mean to say it just to receive that. I'm saying that because that's where I'm at and that's where I will do whatever I have to do, even if it means I don't want to interrupt my day. I have a right to not want to interrupt my day and save it to the end. That's okay. Some days are full and we are busy. There's times where shame is useful for me. I would consider that useful, but I wouldn't just not cry at all. You know what I mean? After the fact, it makes me feel a lot better. It's a means of processing how I feel. Always do. Always have. Everybody's known me my whole life. I know I've always been sensitive and I've always been willing to process how I feel, and it's a good thing. And I know that people around me value that. They're too afraid to be that themselves, and they don't know necessarily how to still show up as them and be comfortable showing up as themselves, even after people might see them that way. And it's difficult, I think, to be in relation to how you feel towards shame, or how if shame would come about in the day for you to still get things done or overcome things. But I don't. It doesn't discourage me by any means. My condolences. I appreciate you, chat, but you guys are fine. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to me one day. It is not a. I'm just, I wish you guys could meet him. I always say that. I wish you guys could have had a chance to meet him. He's such a great person. But it is very, very important that I say that today. And I don't know if anybody's going to rewatch this. Probably not. I don't think that people would. But just like I told my friend today, I refuse to live by anybody else's. Um, I refuse to live in a way that would just make somebody else comfortable if it meant it I couldn't still have my values, my spirit, the things I enjoy, my joy, my happiness, my boundaries, my morals. I wouldn't compromise that in order to just live the way someone might feel more comfortable I live, that maybe as comfortable as they're living, in terms of comfortable with the concept or how I'm living, you know. So hopefully that makes sense. I want to make sure that I try my best I just want to do my best, to do my best. And if that means I have to let go of how I might feel people might put shame onto me in order for me to do that, I've done it before, I've done it many times. And people always say that they appreciate that about me, or they really like that about me, or they really what's the word? It could be value that about me, or maybe not feel jealousy, but feel envious. I wish they could be the same way, you know. And they can't see themselves being able to accomplish without experiencing a little bit of shame. Their shame is too powerful for them to take that first step. They doubt themselves, even. Their shame comes from self within, They judge themselves, or they're just thinking of how other people might have put them in a box before. It echoes in their mind. I don't know. Whatever the case is, they're already predisposed to a negative or toxic belief system. Whatever it could be, And I just try to keep my belief high, and I feel like that's always been my key to being resilient and finding strength. Is being hopeful is intertwined with being positive and open-minded. So if that helps anybody, I don't know, maybe not, but it helps me a lot, and it does help me a lot. So I hope you guys understand that, and I hope that makes sense. And I appreciate you guys for coming to see me today, and I appreciate you guys for liking the video and the stream and tapping and all that stuff. And if anybody was here earlier in the day, thank you. And I'm sorry it's just such a hot day, and I don't have a lot going on, and I don't have maybe the most energy today. I'm very tired. I'm overcoming being sick, so I don't feel fast. And I'm grateful that you guys are here. And yeah, so thank you. I hope you guys have a good night.